everybody, welcome back. It's Tash here. I have been struggling. I will have a video up before this for my BoxyCharm base box unboxing, but this past week I have been so sick. I was in bed since Monday, so definitely a little off schedule, and I apologize. I am trying again to film my wear test and review of the EXA foundation. So that's what we're going to do today. I will jump in just a second. For those of you that are returning, I am so thankful to have you here. I really appreciate your patience as well as all of your support with the comments and everything that you guys do for me. I really appreciate and love having you here with me. For those of you that are new here, my name is Tasha, and I typically do all things makeup on my channel. Unboxings, try-ons, reviews, all of those things. And if that sounds interesting to you, I would love for you to click the subscribe button. Without any more talk, let's go ahead and jump into this foundation. So this is the EXA foundation. It is in the shade Liam 480, which does seem to be a pretty good shade for me. I did try and do this review and wear test once already. Unfortunately, my camera or my SD card, I've been having some issues with it, so I lost part of the footage, and with being sick I wasn't able to refilm it, so I'm just going to start all over from the beginning. So I do have some thoughts on this already that I will share with you, but let's go ahead and open up my Ulta app here and just read some details on this foundation real quick. So this is the EXA High Fidelity Foundation. Retail value $38. Sorry, I gotta put my glasses on so I can read here. And that's, I don't know what that is outside. It says benefits as a buildable sheer to full coverage for a luminous glow. It is a semi-satin finish. It is supercharged anti-pollution actives, shield against free radicals and urban pollution, vegan, cruelty-free, and dermatologist approved, formulated to meet the Credo Clean standard by formulating without over 2,700 plus questionable ingredients, and ensuring safety, sourcing, sustainability, ethics, and transparency, meets Credo rigorous standards. And then the key ingredients in here are McCoy, M-A-Q-U-I, McCoy berry, acai fruit oil, which are both rich in antioxidants, microalgae actives, which protect the skin's barrier, and hyaluronic acid, which helps retain moisture. It does have 27 reviews on Ulta, and it is a 4.0 as the average. That was not what it was when I ordered it, so of course as more reviews get in there, you'll be able to get a better idea of what people really think about this. But we're going to jump in and talk about what we really think about this. Let me take my glasses off. Typically I don't do my foundation reviews and wear tests with a primer. However, I do not know what is in here, but there is something in here that makes my skin a little more sensitive and kind of gets like almost verging on breakouts, but not really, when I wear this just by itself. When I wear a primer underneath it, it does not do that as bad. I know that sounds crazy. So I am going to put a primer on, and then we're going to go ahead and jump into this in just a second. I am going to use the LYS Serum Gripping Primer. This is what I got in one of my BoxyCharms. And we're just going to kind of slap this all over the face really quickly and then jump in. I am going to put it all over the face. And this is a very light serum-y foundation primer. It does say that it is a gripping primer. I don't find that it is as gripping as like the Milk Makeup or even the Hard Candy or the e.l.f. gripping primers. It is definitely more serum-ish in texture, but it's not bad. And now let's go ahead and jump into this foundation. So again, I have Liam. Oh, sorry, I kicked the... Okay, so we're going to go ahead and jump into this. This is the EXA High Fidelity in Liam 480. And I will say a couple of things. So first of all, I hate the packaging. Every time you put the lid on, even if you're perfectly aligned, for some reason it pushes down on the pump of the bottle, and so every time you open it, at least for me, it is all over. It's all over inside the cap, it's all over on the outside. And for such an expensive foundation, this is something that I would expect not to happen, because that means you're wasting a lot of product and making quite a mess every single time you close this bottle. It is a glass bottle, for those of you that need to know that. I tend to do better with a plastic bottle just because I am a little bit clumsy. I'm going to go ahead and pump this out really quickly. That's 2 pumps, and you can see that it is a pretty thick foundation. It is moving just a little bit, but not running down my hand or anything like that. I'm going to go ahead and put this on my face, and I am going to use a beauty blender to spread it around, because I did not find a big difference with the application. I will say it is better to go in with a thinner layer at first and then build up from there. And that's kind of always true with all foundations. And I don't know what else. I was going to say something else really important, but I don't know. At any rate, let's go ahead and just spread this around. Okay, and so there's my kind of first layer. I will say it does feel very lightweight on the skin. It is not super heavy. I did have a little bit of a spot right there, and it has somewhat covered it up, as well as kind of even my skin. I am going to put just a little bit more in the spots right through here that I need just a smidge more coverage on. They do say it is buildable, and while it is buildable, if you get too much on, it does feel just a little bit thick and kind of pulling on the skin, if that makes sense. So there is kind of foundation all over. I will show you the time right now. It is 9:23. I did find that this does not completely dry down, although it does some. It does not dry down enough that I could blend blush on it, or bronzer, or any kind of powder product. So you do need to set this. I set it all over. Some people will find that they'll only set it in the areas that they're going to apply powder products, and that's fine as well. It is not a very drying foundation, at least not for me. I tend to have combination dry skin, and I don't know why I keep doing that. I keep closing it and then regretting that I close it, because then it makes it kind of pop out. At any rate, I'm going to go ahead and jump off. I am going to set my face, put the rest of my products on, come back on as kind of one final check-in. I will wear it for several hours today and then jump back on at the end of the day, and I can give you kind of a bigger idea of what I thought about this, since I have worn this several times and it's not a first review. So I will be back in just a few minutes. Okay, quick check-in. Time is 9:57. But right around 9:30 is when I had everything set. I did do this look. It will be up in my next video if you're interested. This will be my BoxyCharm Base Box product review with the Wander Beauty palette. So here's what we look like finally. I do notice that when I use this Exa foundation, I do have to set it more than I would some of the other foundations for it to not be tacky. It just stays tacky for a very long time. So just understand that if you're oily, those kind of things, this may not be the product for you. I tend to be dry combination, so we'll see how it wears in my T-zone. I did set everything with my Laura Mercier. I have on the Aesthetica Cream Contour set with my LYS bronzer, and then Urban Decay blush. So we'll check in later on today, and I'll let you know how everything wore. Okay, bye. Hey everybody, I am back. It is 4:37. I am doing my check-in, so I've had it on foundation since about 9:30, so about 7 hours. And I just wanted to kind of check in and show you guys what I thought. I did do a trial of my BoxyCharm, and so the review for like the eyeshadow and all that will be up in the next video if you want to check that out and find out what palette this was. Holy moly. But as far as the foundation, it really has changed shades quite a bit. And I do remember from using it the last time, it does oxidize, but it oxidizes in a weird way, where usually when you put it on, it oxidizes within the first few minutes. This seems to oxidize after an hour or so, which is so weird, and I don't know if it's interacting with the chemistry of my body or maybe the primer that I've used, but it does oxidize quite a bit. I also do notice quite a bit of breakdown around my nose. I have been wearing glasses, so you can see that's there. And then it has settled into all of my lines, but otherwise it is still all there and it doesn't look bad at all. It's not super shiny. It is just a little bit, they say it's a satin finish. I think it is a little more shinier than a satin finish, but I do think it looks really nice. I would say this isn't my favorite foundation by far, but I do think it would be a good foundation to mix in with another one. You do get that buildable coverage, you get all of those benefits from all of the different oils in there. Just understand though, you have the things like the weird way it oxidizes. Let me know in the comments, has anyone tried this foundation and does it do the same thing on you, or is this just a me thing that it's interacting with my body or something? I have no idea. Drop me a line and let me know. But I do think it's a nice foundation. I think for $38, I expect my foundation to like blow me away. And it's good, it's good. I don't think I would repurchase it. There are other ones that I like that are just as good, if not better, for a cheaper price. So that is my thoughts on the EXA High Fidelity Foundation. Please drop me a line. Let me know the experience you've had. Have you used it? What is your favorite foundation? Is there one you really want me to try? Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I loved having you here with me. Please stay safe, stay happy, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.